Good morning and welcome to today's edition of the Sugar City Morning Show. For today, Tuesday, the 28th of August. Buenos días, compañeros, compañeras, y bienvenidos a esta edición de Sugar City Morning Show para hoy, el 28 de agosto. Hoy es martes 28 de agosto. Es un gran gusto saludarles desde muy temprano. Hoy por la mañana quizás ya te has despertado y levantado desde hace un par de horas y para ti esto no es temprano. Pero para también hay una gran cantidad de gente que todavía está amochadita en la cama. Y a todas las personas les digo, buenos días. ¿Cómo se encuentran? Hoy es martes y este viernes terminamos el mes de agosto, así tan rápido. Ya entonces el sábado empezamos el mes de septiembre. Y el tiempo vuela y el tiempo no espera a nadie. Siempre recuerdo a mi abuelita, la abuelita Maduch Escalante, diciendo, el tiempo no espera a nadie. Tienes que tú lidiar con el tiempo y hacer lo que tienes que hacer durante el curso del día. Compañeros, compañeras, un gran gusto saludarles. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión Canal 10, aquí en la calle San Lorenzo. Perdón. Y estamos transmitiendo por cable, por aire y por el internet. ¿Okay? A todas las personas que nos ven a través de Canal 10 por aire, muy buenos días. Por cable, muy buenos días. Estamos en Canal 60 aquí en Orange Rock, en Corozal, y en distintos otros canales en las otras partes del país. Buenos días, Belmopan. Buenos días, San Ignacio. Buenos días, Mango Creek. Buenos días, Stan Creek, Toledo. ¿Qué tal? Corozal también. Orange Rock, por supuesto. Buenos días, la ciudad de Belice. Como dije, estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión, Canal 10, aquí. Y es un gran gusto de parte de todos nosotros darles la bienvenida y saludarles y desearles todo lo mejor para el día de hoy y siempre. A propósito, si hoy cumples años, que la pases de maravilla. Si hoy celebras aniversarios, también la pachanguita que tengas, créeme que todo en moderación es permitido. Es el abuso de cualquier sustancia que te causa problemas. ¿Ok? Compañeros, como siempre, vamos a darle inicio a este programa con nuestra oración, porque hoy estamos vivos. Hoy sucedió el milagro de que abrimos los ojos, despertamos a un nuevo amanecer. Padre, te damos las gracias por todas tus bendiciones. Nos das vida, nos das salud, nos das fuerzas. Y aunque muchas veces estamos aquí dolidos, pero seguimos con la fe y la esperanza de que vamos a quedar bien. Porque tú nos amas y tú no nos quieres ver sufrir. Padre, te doy las gracias por todo el gran amor que tienes para con nosotros. Por tu gracia, tu misericordia, por tu paciencia, por las experiencias que nos ofreces, y nos hablas a través de nuestra conciencia. Tenemos nosotros la opción, y solo nosotros tenemos la opción para decidir si hago el bien o si hago el mal. Padre, permítenos hoy tener la fortaleza para hacer el bien siempre. Siempre. Te pido como siempre, Padre, para aquellas personas más necesitadas, los enfermos, los que están pasando por tiempos difíciles luego de la pérdida de un ser querido. Te pido también, Padre, por los ancianitos que están abandonados. Asístelos, Padre. Para los niños desamparados también. Y para todos nosotros que tengamos una necesidad u otra. Padre, por todas estas intenciones, te rogamos. Te bendecimos siempre, te alabamos y te adoramos siempre. Amén. Las 7:08. De nuevo, atentos saludos a todos los que están cumpliendo años y tomo tiempo aparte para desearles todo lo mejor, todo lo mejor. Quiero a este punto, antes que entremos vayamos a la pausa, ya luego de este segmento inicial, quiero agradecer y reconocer, también agradecerle a nuestros patrocinadores, a aquellas personas que mes tras mes nos apoyan con sus anuncios. Y esas personas incluyen Telemedia, las tiendas A&R, recordándoles de que A&R ya abrió una tienda más en Progress Street, bien surtida. Belize Marketing and Development Corporation, German Vega and Sons Import Limited, agentes de la costeña y muchos otros productos que todos nosotros utilizamos durante el curso del día. Vega Imports, Vega Distributors del Benque, Gillette's Meat Shop, Government of Belize Information Service, Belize Tourist Board, St. Anthony's Trading Center, y son los distribuidores de la leche Dano. Aquí rápidamente les quiero decir de que debimos tener hoy personal de Rotary, pero desafortunadamente algo sucedió y no van a estar aquí. Mandan sus disculpas, pero también les quiero decir de que este sábado habrá una feria de Belize BTIA Expo en el parque, el Queen Elizabeth Central Park, como sea el nombre. Ya me tengo perdido, creo que es Central Park el nombre original, el nombre que está actualmente ahorita, porque aunque mi difunto hermano que fue alcalde lo nombró oficialmente, no oficialmente, lo nombró como Queen Elizabeth Park en honor de la visita de la reina, no se hizo el papeleo consiguiente y es obvio que entonces pues no tuvo validez eso. Pero como sea el nombre, ahí va a ser la feria este sábado. Te invito a que seas parte de ello. Esto es el grupo de los representantes de Belize Tourism Industry Association teniendo una feria este sábado. Vamos a una pausa, son las 7:11 y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios. Vamos.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar-cured ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal. Coming soon to San Ignacio.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
Looks like it vibrates. Do you think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Franz, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize.
This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Bienvenidos de vuelta. Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 17 minutes after 7 o'clock. All those parents who have kids going to elementary school will on Friday have to begin getting up earlier because holiday will be finished.
Yes.
And for those I apologize. And for all those students, well, how do you say? Free paper bond?
Free paper bond.
Free paper bond. I don't know what that...
I don't know what you mean either.
Okay, well, it's common use thing. I could never understand the logic behind free paper bond. But all it means is that, hey, back to school.
Back to school, yeah.
Okay? And those parents who have been taking the holidays as well, because it's not only the kids take the holiday, Dame el lujo de dormir hasta las 8:30, porque no tienes que ir a la escuela hoy. ¿Ok? Pues eso ya terminó también. Los papás ahora desde las 6:15, levantados, despiertos y levantados, a hacer desayuno, porque recordándoles que el desayuno es lo más importante. Good morning and
Pa.
welcome.
Yes, good morning. Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing quite well.
Okay. And then sometime I said, ya puedes dormir hasta las 9. Duerme hasta las 10, hijo. No te preocupes. Well, they have to get ready now, but I would certainly like to commend the proprietors of E&R Enterprises Limited, Emmanuel, because you can remember in our days, we couldn't get not one textbook to buy right here in Orange Walk. You either go to the government bookshop or some place that believes it to buy your books. Right now, everything is available right here, and E&R is well stocked. And I like that they opened this Progress Street area, because a lot of people go shop there too, man. You know, looking at the needs of the students and the teachers, especially when it comes to educational materials and gift items. It's so good, man. So I really have to commend them, because you know the population has grown
open
so
on
much.
Sundays as well?
They were open last Sunday. I'm not sure if they are only opening on Sunday because school is so close to opening, no? But it's a very good thing for you to walk in a place like E&R and get everything that you need to take back to school, and everything that they have at E&R are legitimate items, certified items. So we encourage you to buy them, you know, because you buy some materials on different places, and look, page start to drop out, a lot of things, you know. But we must commend E&R Enterprises Limited in having all those materials available right here to us in Orange Walk and over the entire country as well, no?
You have 10 stores.
10 stores.
Well, that includes the Corozal Free Zone store.
Tenemos un saludo. Somebody saludario.
Pero salúdame a Schneider Rosales, que está cumpliendo año, de parte de los hermanos y su mamá acá en Caledonia. Claro, saludos cordiales a Schneider Rosales, que está cumpliendo años. Que la pases muy bien. No sé cuántos años tiene el Schneider, pero que la pases. Muchas felicidades de parte de todos nosotros aquí.
Yeah. Caledonia, a place we always view, you know.
Y aquel día estuve platicando con gente de Corozal, San Víctor.
San Víctor, Dubai.
San Víctor, Corozal. También en Chanchen, me parece que eran las personas. También a August Pine Ridge. También Santa Cruz. Y también bueno, toda esta área nos ve. Pero en particular ciertas personas vienen y nos lo dicen. Hola, Mr. Martínez, les veo cada día. Así que así es como llegamos a conocer y a reconocer a esas personas. Pero si no nos lo dicen, pues no lo sabemos.
We have a call coming in.
Yes.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show. Hello, good morning. And before we go to Delve, we want to check in with the Belize Met Service for today's weather forecast, because, you know, September they come, and when September they come, the weather funny. Sometimes it feels so hot. I want to see a lot of rain.
Well, September is the month when we are when traditionally most hurricanes are out.
A lot of threat for hurricane.
September 9th, 10th, and 11th, those days, between those days, is when the history shows that we have had most hurricanes out on those particular days.
Is it
over the past 110 years, I think.
I understand that one big hurricane hit Belize sometime around September 10th when people was...
But that was a 1931 hurricane.
31?
Yes, and remember that at that time there was no names. There were no names assigned to the hurricanes, and most importantly, however, was that our communication. We never had no internet and WhatsApp and Messenger
Not even television.
Not even television. We'll put on just 73.
Yeah.
Weather Channel. Or not even Radio Belize. They did not exist. So we used to rely completely on foreign news.
VOA, no? Voice of America.
And I think that a couple of radio stations from other countries.
Then I used to catch up on the shortwave, no? Yeah.
So can you imagine that my mother would say that they would listen to the radio saying Belize, 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 huracán, because they were calling out the people of Belize to take precautions. Relatively moist and unstable conditions persist over the area. The 24-hour forecast: cloudy spells today and partly cloudy tonight. A few showers and isolated thunderstorms will develop mostly over the south and coast this morning, then mainly over inland areas this afternoon and southern areas tonight. The winds blowing from the east, 5 to 15 knots. Sea state light chop to choppy. Temperatures along the coast, 88 degrees as a high, 78 degrees as a low, and inland 91 degrees Fahrenheit as a high, 72 degrees as a low, 80 in the hills, 82 degrees as a high, and 68 degrees as a low. The warnings: there is a small craft caution in effect for gusty winds and locally rough seas near heavy showers or thunderstorms. A flood alert remains in effect for flood-prone areas in the south. The outlook for Wednesday and Wednesday night is for a decrease in showers and thunderstorms. Buenos días, me imagino que todos estarán preguntándose, bueno, ¿y cuándo va a terminar esta lluvia?
It ain't start good yet. The rain ain't start good yet.
Sí. Pero nada más ponerlo en perspectiva, compañeros, compañeras. Estamos en el mes de agosto. Tradicionalmente el mes de agosto es caluroso. Sí, nos cae lluvia, pero en su gran mayoría es bastante soleado. Por eso se le llama Maga Season. ¿Okay? Pero me parece a mí que con tanta interferencia humana y tanta influencia humana, ¿no? Influencia humana en lo que es cambio climático, me parece que todo ya está, ya las cabañuelas ya no funcionan, ya todo está de vuelta. Perdón, está la palabra incorrecta. Ya no funciona. Los pronósticos de la gente vieja ya no funcionan y ya todo está cambiando. Pero hay el efecto atrasado, que lo que debió de suceder en junio y julio, ahora está sucediendo en agosto. Y se presume que va a continuar al mes de septiembre. Así que eso es lo que estamos viendo. Hoy, la situación general, condiciones relativamente húmedas e inestables continúan sobre nuestra área. Así que eso te indica que hoy tendremos periodos de nubosidad durante el curso del día, parcialmente nublado hoy por la noche. Estaremos viendo chubascos y tronadas aisladas desarrollándose sobre la porción sur del país y por la costa hoy por la mañana, y luego esencialmente sobre el interior del país hoy por la tarde. Así que no nos escapamos hoy por la tarde de una tronada u otra. Y en la porción del sur hoy por la noche. Los vientos del este 5 a 15 nudos. El estado del mar ligeramente agitado. Temperaturas antes de llegar a eso, hay una nota de cautela para pequeñas embarcaciones. Por favor, ejercer máximo cuidado estando en el mar. Y también estar al pendiente, si es que vives en las áreas bajas, por favor, estar con el ojo al Cristo, porque estamos momento, en un tiempo cuando cae la lluvia, pero cae intensa. Y eso pudiera causar esas inundaciones rápidas, especialmente si vives cerca de montañas. Si cae la lluvia en la montaña, pues tiene que rodar para abajo. Y entonces, ¿dónde va? Por los valles. Y si vives por los valles, cuídate, porque pudiera haber una inundación rápida. ¿Ok? Nada más llega el agua y se va. Pero cuando se va, también te pudiera llevar tu casa o hasta tus animales o hasta ti si es que no te cuidas. ¿Okay? Es muy peligrosa esta situación, sumamente peligrosa. Temperaturas, 88 grados como una máxima por la costa, 78 como una mínima por la costa. En el interior subimos a 91 grados y bajamos a 72. Y por las colinas suben a 82 y bajan a 68 grados. Se espera que mañana miércoles por la noche tengamos menos chubascos y tormentas, y el sol se oculta hoy a las 6:09 y sale mañana a las 5 ahí no se distingue, perdón. Pero le agradecemos mucho a Michelle Smith por esta información. Recuerden, hay una nota de cautela para pequeñas embarcaciones en el mar. Tomen eso como noticias muy importantes y por favor ejerzan mucho cuidado.
Okay, Pastor, we need to go to Delve this morning. They say, aquí en Agaspine Ridge no sale muy claro Canal 10. ¿Por qué será?
Cada mañana cuando llueve y llueve intensamente por la noche, digamos, se acumula la humedad en los switches y en los cables. Toma un rato para que esa humedad desaparezca con el sol. Pero como hoy no tendremos mucho sol, porque no dijo soleado, dijo nublado, pues tardará un poquito más para regresar la señal bien, porque la humedad se mete ahí dentro de los cables y los switches y nos causa una pérdida de señal. Eso es la razón. Pero entre muy poco se repara.
Me could see if I hear any rooster they crow this morning, boy. Long time we not hear the rooster. What time is it, pa?
It is exactly 7:31.
7:31. Okay, we are communicating, we are connecting right now with Delvi, but I still not hear what I want to hear. So Delvi know that I don't think that is better this morning. I know you're no rooster. You know? But hello, good morning, Delvi. I know you're no rooster, y'all.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Delvi. ¿Cómo estás?
On the island.
Still live on the island.
Good morning, Mr. Emmanuel.
How are you doing, darling?
I am doing great, thanks God. How about you?
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
Okay.
How is the island?
Right here on the island. Cool, we had a bit of rain last night and part of this morning, but it's a fresh morning. A cool morning so far.
Okay. Myself and Emmanuel was discussing about this free paper bun. We didn't hear that from where they grew up. You know what's the significance behind it, or what it mean when they say free paper bun? Or we just use it just like that?
I heard it being used, but I'm not sure exactly what you mean. I might have to ask Miss Betty.
Please ask her for me, because I remember one time we used to go to school. Ma said, hey, when they play, when they get trouble, when they better wake up early Monday morning, because Monday free paper bun. They used to tell you that too about free paper?
Yes.
Okay.
Up to now we use it. It tell my son and my niece there that free paper bun come Monday. So I guess she's supposed to know what you mean.
And if anybody out there knows
free
the
paper.
origin of the phrase when the free paper bun, why is it used to indicate the end of the vacations and the commencement of school?
Yeah, I mean,
Please call us or send us a message.
I will look at it and say, well, okay, the papers, they clean. Your sheets, so when I go write on it like in the burn. But that time I used to tell her that we used to use with slate. You used to use slate too?
Yes, I used to go around with me the what you call
slate
it?
pencil?
Mm-hmm.
Delvin never use slate. Delvin never in an NDS there.
No.
You hear about the slate,
No.
Delvin?
I heard about it, yes, but I wasn't a part of that generation, so I mean, use book.
And the good thing with the slate, then you have to learn good, because when you don't do your work, you have to erase it. So you have to learn what was done in that work on that slate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To pizarra, to pizarrín.
Yep, yeah. Yeah.
I used it. I went to school too. When I went to, I don't remember if it was Infant 1 or Infant 2 or whatever. Whatever it was. But I used to carry my pizarra home.
Yeah. Slate pencil.
Slate think so.
And the slate pencil is something almost like one crayons, you know. The more you use it, the more you go down. Just like one pencil, you know. When you use a pencil, the more you use it, the more you start to go down. You write that slate, you got a small piece where you grab it for like, you know, finish up. Because your mother give you buy no slate pencil for you if you finish it in a one day. Sometime when high school just start, then you pick the Infant 1 and so one slate pencil gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they need a new pencil.
Yeah, but it's a wonderful time, a wonderful day, and thank God we are still here. So what you got for us today, Delvi?
Yes, this one I have is entitled, Was It Worth It? Was it worth it?
Give me a second, Delvi. Give me all these seconds. Give me all these seconds. It look like somebody they call. Make us see if they want to tell about this free paper. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. We'll leave that. We'll not interrupt you again, Delvi. Go ahead.
All right. Was it worth it? What then if a man gains the world and loses his very soul? He toils to gain more knowledge, increases his wealth, builds kingdoms and fortunes untold. He chases after women with money too abundant, even after giving to his wife. He longs to fill that gap. All seems to be meaningless in his life. He laughs loudly and hosts big gatherings, and he has many friends. Then he goes home to sleep on the couch, for she got tired of his old trends. His children sees him as a faucet, looking to him only to pour out his dough. He found out he had cancer, but no one was interested enough to know. And doors slammed in his face, eyes closed as he approaches, head stern as he got close, feet walked away from him whenever he approaches. His vault is still filled with more papers than that can be gathered from trees. Though he bought the most expensive mattress, the pain does not allow him to sleep. He paid for the most expensive mansion, well decorated with a nice big pool, but a home he does not have. Now his wife and children call him worthless fool. For an errand he paid them to get a glass of water, he had to pay a price. Now his friends are scarce, and before they were plenty like parasites and lice. He looks back now at all his achievements and sees it now as all in vain. No amount of money can be paid, no amount can ease his pain. So then value what values most, like love, family, and true friends. At the end of the journey, we will waste away, but real love, God love, never ends.
Beautiful. Thank you very, very much. This is a powerful poem. I like it in particular because of its positivity. At the end of the day, it says one important thing: there is nothing more important than family, than love within your family, peace within your family, and peace within yourself, and peace with your God. Because you could have any and everything. You could have this beautiful house with 10 maids and 17 cars and travel every weekend to Miami and to Aspen, Colorado, and to wherever it is. But then people perceive you as being happy, but they don't know that perhaps you're going to Miami very simply to treat cancer. Do you understand me? Or something else. So we have to, many times, we can't judge people. We just have to stop judging and let things go, because we can't judge how it goes.
Yep.
May I take this call, please? Good morning.
Good morning, Chicky.
Morning, sir.
Chicky, good morning.
Good morning.
The school are open right now. College are open right now. Yes, we need help because the Grass Road is badly off, and the buses don't start to travel to go to the college, and
yes,
man, this road are very badly off, man.
Yeah.
I want to look into it.
We certainly pass on information to the people from the south.
Guinea Grass to Tower Hill.
Guinea Grass to Tower Hill. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Then we are pass on the message.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
Yeah. Sorry for that interruption, Delvi, but we want to thank you once again and have yourself a wonderful day. I guess when we call out Thursday, we must hear the rooster, no? All right.
Yes.
Well, thanks again and have yourself a wonderful day.
Bye, Delvi.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Yeah. Bye.
I like that poem in particular because, you know, we like to judge people. We like to say, and we go like, mira, él como vive bien, tiene dinero, hace todo, y mira cuánta gente ya le robó dinero y cuánto ya no ha hecho para lograr esa cantidad de dinero que tiene, cuánta gente ha perdido sus terrenos porque bla, 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 bla. Nos gusta añadirle, agregarle. Y dice, la vida es injusto porque, ¿ves? Él está bien. Dense cuenta, él está muy bien y gozando de sus riquezas. Eso es lo que tú crees. Tú no sabes si ese hombre no duerme por las noches. Tú no sabes si quizás la conciencia lo está remordiendo tanto. Tú no sabes si es que quizás tiene tantos problemas que tiene alta presión y que no tiene ningún momento de felicidad. Pero como nosotros lo percibimos, está muy bien.
Yeah.
Porque ese hombre pone la cara a todos los demás de que está muy bien. Pero tú no sabes lo que está pasando privadamente. Y esto es muy importante.
Yep.
Okay?
Pa, before we go up on the break, somebody say, how is holy water made?
Well, the priest blesses the water. There is a special invocation for that in the Catholic Church.
Well, some might have a different perception of it. But that's for them one thing. They say, how is holy water made? You boil the hell out of it. How you see that one?
No.
That's not a joke, right?
Yes, the priest has a special invocation for that.
Yeah, but we need a break, pa.
Yes, we need a break when it is exactly 18 minutes before 8 o'clock. Vamos a esta pausa, las 8 menos 18 minutos. Estaremos de vuelta con mucho más. No se vayan.
Attention all parents and students. ENR Stores countrywide announced the arrival of their back-to-school inventory. If you need school bags and knapsacks, say no more. ENR Stores have the largest assortment of knapsacks in the country with brands like Jansport, Capsule, and Everest, famous for their resistance and durability. If you need school supplies, A&R stores have everything, yes, everything you'll need, such as exercise books, composition books, lunch bags, folders, and a whole range of school supplies and arts and craft material. A&R stores, your #1 store for back-to-school supplies. Visit them at any of their 8 locations. A&R store, where our prices make the difference.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal. Coming soon to San Ignacio.
Kenneth Richards, and I'm representing Cellular Plus, where we provide sales for cell phones and cell phone servicing and also TV repairs. We use the net a lot to download softwares and different programs for the servicing of our devices. We need something more reliable and stable. Previous internet that we've been using had a lot of droppage. Sometimes it was non-existent for a couple hours. We are a service-minded company and we need to get our products out and servicing out as quick as possible. Now with the Diginet service, surfing the web looking for stuff for customers has improved our time and everything. Software downloads or software uploads, communicating with our customers and transferring large files, and improve our service on a wide spectrum of servicing that we provide. Anyone that's internet-based and service-driven, I would recommend Diginet to everyone in Belize.
Now available in Corozal. Coming soon to San Ignacio.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rosgans, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado, German Vega & Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Rush France.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass Project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Welcome back. It's exactly 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Bienvenidos de vuelta. Las 8 menos 12 minutos. Tenemos hoy un reporte acerca de la cantidad de gente que se ha registrado de nuevo. Y cuántas personas se lograron registrar la semana pasada. Y cuántas personas, como dije, se han registrado en totalidad. Le voy a pedir a Chequi que dé ese reporte primero en inglés y luego yo lo traduzco en español para el beneficio de nuestra gente que habla hispana.
As we speak, we have seen that since registration start, weekly it's going down and going down. And this is the last week of re-registration, so we hope that you are planning to get out to the centers this week and do so. Last week, only 8,575 persons did go out, which is the lowest. That's the lowest turnout yet since it started on the 3rd of July. That's down from the week before, which last week was 10,141 last week. Person went to re-register. So up to Saturday, August 25th, a total of 109,589. 109,589 have applied to re-register. And that's far below the projection. So the Elections and Boundaries Department and we here are urging you all to go out this week. Re-registration ends Friday, 31st of August, which is this Friday, in all 31 divisions countrywide. So starting next week, Monday, applications will only be accepted at the Elections and Boundaries Registration Office countrywide as they usually are. So it's going down, pa. That amount there, about what percentage of the projection of the Elections and
Well,
Boundaries?
it's slightly over half, slightly over 55% or 60%. What was originally thought was the total number of voters in Belize was approximately between 190 and 200,000 people.
Right.
Just a loose figure there. Nothing, that's a loose figure. After the re-registration process, we do know that a certain amount of people who were on the list previously would no longer be able to be on that list because either the person has died and his name has not been stricken off the list, or the person does not qualify to be on the list anymore because of the
criteria
being used. You have to live in the area for 2 months.
That's right. And a lot of people can't meet that, pa.
Exactly so. Which means that there was going to be a reduction. How much of a reduction, we don't know. But when I say we, it means that approximately 15 to 20% of the people could not, of the 190 or the 200,000, could not get back on the list, at least not so quickly. So there was going to be a loss of about 20,000 people there who don't comply, don't conform with the criteria. Okay? So it can easily be that it would go down to approximately 175,000 people that should be on the lists at this time.
Yeah,
okay? But we are only seeing 109,589. So that means that if you divide 175 by 109, it would easily be, let's say half would be 87, so it would be approximately 70%.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Yes, Chicky.
Yes, sir. Hi, yes, good morning. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Chicky.
Good morning, sir.
You know that this thing will happen right now. Yes, Chicky. You know these people are taking this thing for business. They're taking this thing for business. Good morning, Chicky.
We're here, sir. Go ahead.
Yes.
Just lower the volume per television, boss. Lower the volume per television because you're hearing the feedback. Just lower the volume per television or maybe move away from the television and then you have the conversation with us through your telephone.
Yes, Chicky.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes. You hear me?
Yeah,
we hear
people
very
are
good
taking it for business.
Yes. People are taking this thing for business, man. And people out there that just try to, when you go out there, they say, oh, this person don't reach, they sign up their name, and then you go walking, you go ride for their vehicle, and then they take this thing for businessmen. I mean, what kind of thing is this, man? This is politics, man.
So when I say they take it for business, what do you mean?
That I say, for instance, if I go register, people are just taking people for business, man.
Why?
Are they paying people?
Yes, because I've been the call of the People United Party are one of them.
They pay people?
Yeah.
You're paying people to go register?
Yes.
And this is Guinea grass, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
You see?
Well,
this
thank you very much, Carlos.
Papa.
Guinea grass.
This should not be happening. And you to sabes the king. It sickens me to hear that people are being paid to go register and paid to go vote.
But it goes on both sides, Emmanuel.
I know it does.
It goes on both
but
sides.
Traditionally, one party does it more than the other.
No, when I say about the persons going to register, I go to the person that are charging and the person who they pay. The two sides, then only the people, eh?
Oh yes, yeah. Because I could offer you.
Yeah, but I don't have to take it.
You to have to accept it.
Or I could ask you, but you don't have to give me.
Exactly.
You could tell me, no man, you go register, you pay your own. So what? They register. So if they register somebody, okay, I register you, so I own you. When election day, remember I pay you for register, so you have to you vote for me.
Oh no, they remember that the people out there are out there to make money. So if you think, not because you took them to register, that means that they will vote for you again. You have to pay them again to go vote for you.
So even if you pay them for register right now, that's no guarantee.
And if you shake your head, yeah, that's how you do it, shame on you.
Yeah, because once you pay them for register,
shame on you.
Once you pay them for register, for vote.
I think that there should be a law that says that anybody who is caught either
collecting
or paying in an agreement should be taken to court.
Yeah, and this caller is from Guinea grass. And I said this is happening in Guinea grass. You know, and that is wrong.
It's blatant, man. It's blatant. Sometimes, you shut your eye when on one or two cases, but these are not one or two cases. These are not sporadic cases. This is done endemic enough for we society.
Yeah.
Parabes, you don't know, boy.
Yeah. I don't know how much investment is put in this process from the government and Belize through the elections and boundary department. They are doing this to clean up the list. So when you are paying persons, and that's why you see past some people not register yet, because someone they say, hey, if I go to a registration center, that person know me, so I could wait till the office open because I know somebody work at the office. I want to go there, we could get it registered. That they happen to, They don't want to go to registration centers because somebody know that the area where they want to register in and they don't live there. So they say, no man, my friend worked at the office. Make we wait till the office open and we're going to register there.
Recordándoles también de que para la división Central y North, si es que no te has registrado y estás esperando septiembre, octubre, noviembre para registrarte, porque el proceso de registro continúa. No creen que va a parar tan pronto agosto, fin de agosto. No, el proceso continúa. ¿Ok? Si es que eres de North Division Norte o del Central, vas a ir effective según 3 de septiembre.
Yeah,
3 de septiembre.
See and when school they open.
Okay. Vas a ir a la oficina aquí en 820 Road, donde anteriormente era la oficina de Vega. Okay. Al lado de Lands Department.
Right.
Al lado. Ahora, esa será la oficina de registro y de fronteras para División Norte y Central. Ya no va a ser Santa Ana, esa va a ser para la División Este y Sur. Así que, por la gran cantidad de gente que todavía falta registrar, si 109,000 personas se han registrado y 175,000 deben de ser registrados, un decir, o 180,000. Quiere decir de que aproximadamente 75,000 personas faltan registrarse. Y si digamos que son por 31 divisiones, aproximadamente 2,500 personas por división faltan registrarse. ¿Te imaginas?
If you look at it like that, I know a lot, not true. When I broke it down in a 31.
2,500 per area. But can you imagine that one day 100 or 200 people go register?
True, yeah. But I wonder if the target that election and boundaries of 200,000 was what was on the list before, or they figure with the cleanup of the list it will reach 200,000.
Yes. The list was approximately between 190 and 200,000. Given that there were going to be people who were struck off the list and who don't conform with the criteria, then those would constitute at least 10% of the electorate. So which means that the list would go down to approximately 175 to 180,000 people.
Yeah, because we also have new voters coming up that has become 18.
That's exactly right. But I don't think that the new voters would easily take over the gap between those who don't conform with the criteria.
Yeah,
because
true.
those were in the thousands of people who live abroad and who cannot register right now.
That's a big amount.
That is a big amount.
Then they got the ones that will come from across a Melchor, they got the ones that will come across a Botes and different places.
And they live in the States and live in Mexico.
So then people
and so forth. Don't remember those people are on the list to vote, and with the new criteria, well, not new criteria, with the criteria being enforced now, that if you don't live within the area 2 months, you can't register. That means that those people, if they live abroad, they can't register. They can register if they come spend 2 months here.
Spend a leave vacation in your country.
In your country, yes. You know what I mean? Or convince the people that the people do the investigation that if that they've been here living for a while and they could lie their way out.
Yep. You
understand me? They can lie their way out. When they call Telly and Olivia and they speak to the neighbor, when they call Telly and Olivia, only I did at work. I did at States right now. And you, when they call Telly I got at States for medical treatment and so forth. So the man live here? Yes, man, the man live here. Go to the next neighbor. So the man live here? Yes, man.
So the man make the list.
Who stop you from doing that?
Yeah.
I don't give you ideas, but
and that person will make the list?
And that person will make the list.
Yeah. But I wonder what happened with them one day, like when they cross the border and so, because it claims that when election come, You know, hear nothing for election day, you know. But the party will lose, say, hey, but a lot of people come from across here now vote. Why? They vote only for the one who win. They never vote for another. So they have them people there. I wonder how they want. Maybe they must say
those people are still going to get on the list.
They get on. They must say wait till the offices.
Hell I want, I believe me, those persons will come back on the list.
Yeah.
And it's only a charade if at this moment, if you ask me. A charade.
No, we're not bad. That was charade.
That was charade.
All right. Yeah. But it's good that at least over 100,000 persons have, you know, went in to re-register. But we still need more. This is the final week of the opening of the centers, and we'd like to remind them of the centers that are open here in Orange Walk, Emmanuel. For Orange Walk North, we have San Jose Government School and Trial Farm Government School. Central?
You have La Immaculada School, Infant School, and then you also have San Francisco School. Now, some people are questioning if the re-registration process was going to be interrupted by the opening of school. That some people are saying, oh, the parents, the teachers have to go in and clean their classes.
Fix up their
but
class.
But re-registration is only one room.
One room.
As I'm at infant school.
Yeah. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Yes, Mr. Robert. My question is, do you know if the ID cards for the re-registration are being given out?
No.
I was the first one that went to re-register, and I haven't gotten my ID card as yet.
No ID cards have been given out yet, sir. That will not happen until within 6 to 8 weeks. Okay?
After these centers are closed.
Yes, right. So sometime in the month of October was when the first list will be published, and along with the ID cards for all those people who have registered. So, and again, I was one of the very first for Chapel School. So I don't get my card yet, but I hopefully will get it within the next 2 months.
Does that answer your question, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Yeah. Have a nice day on your wonderful program.
Thank you very much.
Very informative program.
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So that information, Emmanuel, is like approximately 6 weeks after the registration centers are closed, and the names will be published. Then those persons will be.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that after you go to apply to be registered, which is really the term I should be using.
Apply. Yeah.
Apply to be registered, because then your application is reviewed by the people who do the investigation if you have really submitted the correct information. Okay? Because it's such an important issue. They give it the due diligence, and they do the investigative process. So, if Fulanito comes, Fulanito en Kawich, yo soy Fulanito Kawich, yo vine a registrarme. Yo vivo en Santa Familia Street. ¿Dónde en Santa Familia Street vives? Ahí cerca de mis Tomasita. Pero dime dónde, en qué cae, por qué cae. ¿Por qué te hacen todas esas preguntas? Es simplemente porque ya luego que tú salgas de la puerta, a las 2, 3 semanas va a ir alguien a checar acerca de lo que tú dijiste. Si es que en realidad tú vives ahí. Recuérdense que es limpieza del sistema que están haciendo. Y muchas personas pueden pretender y decir, yo vivo en Asunción Street. No vives en Asunción Street. Tú vives en Champagne Ridge. ¿Ok?
Yeah.
Pero, política siendo sucio, los políticos tienden a muchas veces ponerse en situaciones que no deben de ponerse y diles que estás aquí, diles que tú eres de Santa Familia, pero no eres de Santa Familia. Así que cuando entran los investigadores a checar, no encuentran a nadie como el señor Kawich, Fulanito Kawich. No encuentran. Así que ese registro no se va a hacer. Te van a descalificar. A menos de que cuando vaya el investigador, hola, aquí vive la señora Esmeralda Cantún, por decir un nombre. Sí, aquí vive. ¿Quién es? Es mi hermanita, ahí está, allá atrás. Ok, doña Esmeralda, muy bien, veo que vive aquí, sí. Muy bien. Aquí vives, ¿cuánto tiempo vives? Uy, ya veo aquí, ya tiene 6 años. Muy bien, van y checan. Esa persona ahí vive, ahí vive, ahí vive. Y no creo que porque tú dijiste que ahí vive, van a checar con el vecino también. Porque quizás tú ese día por coincidencia estabas ahí. Si así no vivieras ahí. Van con el vecino, la señora Esmeralda, ahí vive. Sí, ahí vive. O fácilmente pudiera decir, no, ella solo está visitando a su mamá porque está enferma.
Vive allá atrás.
Ella vive, tú sabes, por allá, atrás.
Pero siempre viene a pasar el día con su mamá, pero no vive ahí.
Pero no vive ahí. Los 1000 cuentos que uno encuentra. ¿Ok? Te descalifican de la lista. Ya luego entonces no vas a estar en la lista de votantes. Pero te lo mandan a decir. Te lo van a mandar a decir. ¿Cuánta gente no van a recibir su cartita diciendo que no califican? Porque le han puesto información incorrecta. Así que hasta eso. Para esas personas entonces va a haber una segunda aplicación, una segunda oportunidad de entrar en la lista. Porque ya luego de haber puesto información incorrecta, les van a decir, bueno, ahora dame la información correcta. ¿Dónde vives? ¿Dónde diablos vives? ¿Vives en Champa Ridge? ¿O vives en Orange Walk? ¿O vives en Santa Familia? ¿O vives en Trial Farm? ¿Dónde vives? Es que, bueno, la neta es que yo vivo en Champa Ridge. Ok, ¿por qué dijiste que vives en Trial Farm? Ahí empieza el cuento.
Yeah. Okay? I believe when Mrs. Dawson was here, Paula was here, she also presented that there is a charge for that as well, no?
Oh, yes, te pueden multar.
$1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah, $1,000. Yeah, so just make sure you have this thing straight. And make sure you do the right thing, man. You don't need to lie. Because even if your man live here and you live next year, you still living in the same area. So that it's still constituents and still there. But give the right address, man.
El punto es limpieza. Limpieza. No vas a, cuando estás limpiando tu casa, limpias hasta el último rinconcito. No dejas ahí porque ahí nadie lo ve.
No left the cobweb.
No hace sentido.
When they give you your receipt of re-registration, you need persons that have went to register. They need to take that receipt when they go and pick up their ID card. So people hold on to that receipt. Make sure you don't lose it. Because if you go there and say, hey, pero tu nombre no está aquí. Your name not there on this list. But unless you have that receipt to show that, yes, man, see.
Yo encuentro el mío.
I know you know I lost that. Yeah, say, I got my receipt right there. Say the date where I register, in the era where I got register. My receipt is here. But unless you have that, because sometimes no glitches happen in the system, your name might go up on a list. I want to reach your ID card under there.
Guárdalo el papelito de este recibo, porque solo con este vas a poder. I, Laureli Chan, Registering Officer for the Electoral Division, Orange Walk North, acknowledge receipt of Eduardo Manuel Martinez from Ultra Banky Road, Orange Walk North, dated the 2nd day of July. The first day. The first day I got registered. Orange Walk North, Registering Officer. Ok, eso lo tengo muy guardadito, conjunto con mi pasaporte y otras cositas. Y no lo pierdo por nada. Okay? Guarda esos papeles. Yeah, es muy importante.
Yeah, because glitches can happen in the system and you're going to say, hey, pero we don't have no ID card there for you. Your name not up on the list. Because things happen sometime without you might realize. But once you have that receipt, that is proof that you have been...
That you applied to be
registered.
You
have applied, yeah, you have applied to register.
You have applied to be registered. Así que esos recibitos, por favor, guárdenlo. Muy importante. Muy, muy, muy importante. Porque ya luego si lo pierdes vas a tener que comprobar de que la persona que va a registrar fuiste tú. Así que ahí está otro proceso ahí. A menos de que te conozcan y te haría el proceso más fácil. Pero si no te conocen, eso es otro cuento.
Yeah. But I hear about no say, but I hear article on Facebook where they bail up.
Ay, Dios mío.
I hear the bail hard too.
Ese hombre, yo no sé. Mejor que esté dándole lata al PUP y no al UDP.
Yeah.
Porque si algo caracteriza a ese hombre es, sí, la tenacidad, pero también la brutalidad. Yo...
like what some people say, I going down, but not going down by myself. Somebody else going down with me too.
El día que tuvo una junta con representantes del PUP, con el vetting committee o el whatever committee, el bendito señor fue a la junta, a la reunión, y grabó todo. Grabó todo lo que Imon dijo, grabó todo lo que Lenny Joe dijo, grabó todo lo que Servulo Baiza dijo, que son miembros del comité. 1 hora y no sé cuánto de grabación lo hizo. Y ya luego entonces lo ha puesto en su página Facebook.
Guay.
Así que el PUP está consiguiendo se está viendo mal por lo que divulgaron durante esa reunión. ¿Ok? Y en realidad, yo no creo que sospechaban la astucia de este Arthur Saldívar. Yo no creo que ellos tenían la mínima idea. Pero Arthur no sabe con quién está jodiendo. Porque me imagino que ahora lo va a llevar a la corte por invasión de privacidad.
Yep.
Y por invasión de... Van a encontrar 1000 formas para callar a este hombre. ¿Ok? Pero la pregunta es, ¿y cómo va a reaccionar Arthur Saldívar luego de todo esto? ¿Será que...? Porque si se quiere cruzar al UDP, no lo queremos tampoco.
We don't want you.
We don't want you neither. Straight up.
Maybe the man go step in, man.
No, man, go up. Dale lata al PUP, pero no des lata al UDP. Porque ese hombre, el punto es simple. De que él piensa que no le han dado su oportunidad. They have not given him his fair chance. Ya le dieron una oportunidad when he ran against Castro. Was it he ran against?
Yeah, he ran against Castro.
He never gave a bottom whip.
You know what happened when he ran against Castro, right?
What happened?
Castro still in power.
Well, of course, yes. But I figured that something happened apart from that. Okay.
But you think that they never will give the man a chance to run because they figure maybe he might win the convention?
You mean Abelo Pan?
Yeah. Maybe they figure maybe I win the convention. I say, you know
what? But what's the problem with him winning the convention?
Maybe
what is the problem with him winning the convention?
By him winning the convention, he will be a standard bearer for the party. And when you become a standard bearer, then they need a lot of executive, lot of different meetings to make decisions and so, and they must figure out this man is hard to deal with this man. You understand? So they must say before the convention, but to put a stop on it, right? One time, making a reach a convention.
Persona que esté llamando, por favor, no puedo aceptar llamadas telefónicas a este momento. Mándame un text, por favor. Y así luego entonces puedo ver qué es el contenido de la llamada. Okay?
Yeah, but so that about our worth audio the man got on the Facebook.
It's about an hour and so forth.
Right, so the man gone hard. Then this Sunday they got this one here with this thing here with this controversy with in Belize Rural Central. Then we had the convention set for this Sunday coming up, but We don't know how that they play out with Dolores and Mr. Skino. We don't know how that they play out. But I guess by today we must hear what happened. And somebody said that their shots were fired somewhere in the east area last night.
Apparently, there were some shots being fired out last night. I don't know what happened, but fortunately, we don't know of any person being hurt. At least that's not what I know of, or being hurt or killed, or worse, killed. But you know, it's I guess people are just expectant. People are just expecting that something is going to happen as a consequence of what happened about our last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That some sort of repercussion, some sort of vengeance, some sort of something is going to happen. Retaliation. Thank you for reminding me of the word. Retaliation is in order in that area. Let's hope not. But ¿cuántos de nosotros tenemos la capacidad de olvidar y perdonar? Realmente perdonar.
But the police said they have a lead right now because it was a rental vehicle, and the vehicle was rented from some rental company in Belize by someone of this area. But they don't release no name as yet, but they have some persons in question.
Well, I think that it's high time, for God's sake.
High time
for the PUP, for the police department, to vindicate itself with this case.
Yeah, because
and say, ya los encontramos, ya los tenemos. For one of the very few times when I don't know if people know who it is.
Yeah, but you say
are not talking.
Yeah.
Can it be?
Probability.
Can it be that people know?
But you say, if the police said they find this vehicle and they check the VIN number and this vehicle was rented, you know when you go rent a vehicle right now, you just can't go rent a vehicle and say, okay, I want to rent a vehicle, and they pay and they give you the key and go. You have to show some kind of valid identification.
You have to do an identification, and if you don't, if you're paying credit card, obviously that's a form of identification. But you have to show your driver's license.
And then people are saying that the vehicle never had no license plate, you know. But if they find a vehicle with that VIN number, the person that went to rent that vehicle, that's a good lead. That's a good lead for the police to follow from there.
But let's be honest. How will they know the VIN number? VIN numbers are only if you go in and you check the license and the registration, or go under by the windshield and get that number. So
well, that's what I'm saying. The vehicle that they recovered, can they recover a vehicle?
Oh, they recovered a vehicle.
Yeah, they recovered a vehicle, and I believe from that they get that VIN number, and then from there they follow the leads of that VIN number and see who that vehicle is registered to, and it's being registered to a rental company in Belize City.
So they found that out already.
Right.
Oh, so at least they're well, yes, they're going right.
Then it work.
Then it work. Well, I hope that they finish with that investigation. In other words, that they have success with their investigation, because, man, we don't tire here, and the police continue their investigation, and the police continue their investigation, and that's the end of it. That is the end of it. You really don't hear nothing else about the case. Ahí se acabó. Caput. Finito.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Caso cerrado.
Caso cerrado. Se perdió el file.
Yeah.
Es difícil.
Yeah.
Porque especialmente cuando tú eres hermano o hermana o familiar de la víctima que falleció, y luego quieres justicia, y al final del día te sientes frustrado porque nadie te está escuchando, nadie te está poniendo atención, y al final del día piensas que estás perdiendo todo tu tiempo y tu esfuerzo y tu dinero de tratar de encontrar y cerrar el caso, porque ya nadie te está ayudando. Ellos ya cerraron el caso, nunca vieron nada, y amén Jesús, fin del evangelio.
Yep. It's 22 after 8, pa.
Vamos a una pausa, compañeros, las 8:22. Estaremos de vuelta porque tenemos aún más que discutir yendo al ICJ o no yendo al ICJ.
Before we signed up for DigiNet, things at home were a bit...
Mom, I'm just hacking up the internet.
Chaotic when it came to the internet. But since we signed up for DigiNet, fiber optic internet for your home, everything has been going awesome. Everyone can be online at the same time, consistent and reliable speeds, no more fighting for internet. It's a mother's dream. It's so affordable. I got a 20 megabyte plan for only $169 monthly. Plus, it comes bundled with a free postpaid plan and free home phone service. We're saving over $200 monthly. It's an unbelievable deal. Perfect for families. Trust me. Visit your nearest BTL office and ask about DigiNet today.
Now available in Corozal. Coming soon to San Ignacio.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal. Coming soon to San Ignacio.
Freshly extracted local honey. Perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize.
This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. We're live from San Lorenzo Road here in Orange Walk, and it is exactly 27 minutes after 8 o'clock. Good morning. How are you doing? In this last segment of the Sugar City Morning Show, we hope to be able to inform you just a little bit more about going to the ICJ, if we decide to go to the ICJ, okay? Up to now, the reaction from the people has been very visceral, has been born out of fear. No, we're not going to the ICJ because ¿para qué ir al ICJ? Tenemos miedo. It's been born out of fear.
Yeah.
Because
lack of the right information.
When you don't know enough about it. Mm-hmm. The fear comes when you just don't know, when there is an uncertainty about the whole issue, and you go like, human nature, but as always said, we not go. Because, but when you become informed and you read, then all that fear goes away. Okay? That fear goes away. But how do you treat? How do you work? How do you deal with the situation where you would like to inform and educate 385,000 people living in Belize? Very difficult task. And I don't envy the people from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs doing this information and educational campaign. So it takes the will of the people who know a bit to help with the dissemination and educational campaign, dissemination of information and education. Okay? It is very important that we become responsible enough to say, hey, you have the wrong opinion about this. It's very important that you get to know this. It's very important that I help clear this. But a lot of us just don't bother. And if we do bother, we go like, pero yo no me voy a calentar la cabeza tratando de convencer a fulano de tal, porque esa es una cabeza dura. Cuando se le mete la cosa en la cabeza, no hay quien se lo saque. You know what I mean? Así que yo no voy a perder mi tiempo, and I don't want to stress out myself with him because he's now a little tough head.
Yeah, but then
all of these things arise.
Not because you might not have enough information, and you just hear some people say yes, or you just hear some people say no. You go and go vote because okay, well this one said no, so make go vote no. Find out the information for yourself, even if the yes or the no. Find out why you would decide to vote yes, or find out why you would decide to vote no.
Thank you. And one of the things that I have found out is one of the reasons for the fear that people have is the fear of going to the ICJ and losing to Guatemala. And I have thought it over and over and over. How can you help convince people to vote yes when at the end of the day it's difficult to predict the outcome of a court case? Very, very difficult. That would be undermining the job of the judges, for God's sake.
And it goes the same way. Why will you encourage persons to vote no if you don't really have, you just say vote no because you say, well, I'm afraid to go because I'm afraid to lose, I forgot we are lose. By just saying that.
Exactly. Because, exactly so, right. So, it has become quite important for us to read more and to be able to be more informed and more educated. But la plena verdad es cuántos de nosotros queremos tomar un libro y leer y entenderlo. Mucha gente que conozco te dice, ay, yo no quiero estar, lo que se trata de leer y pensar, yo no quiero estar haciendo eso. Yo quiero estar acostado en mi hamaquita y comiendo mis chips y tomando mi coke. Pensar está muy difícil para mí. Eso es lo que muchas personas dicen. Pero yo quisiera tomar tiempo aparte ahorita para leer primero en inglés. Un documental que viene del señor Fitzgerald, que es Queen's Counsel. Ya sabe, cuando se trata de abogados, hay el abogado, hay el Senior Counsel, hay Queen's Counsel, que son elevados, son gente muy catedrática, muy preparados, son gente muy astuta que conocen la ley hasta el último pedacito, ¿ok?
Yep.
Este señor fue uno de los presentadores en las pláticas en Washington, en la Organización de Estados Americanos. Es un abogado, ¿ok? Y aquí vamos a dar un relato acerca de que no debemos de tener ni un poquito de miedo de ir a la ICJ, porque nuestro caso es casi 99.999% seguro de que lo vamos a ganar. Decir el 100% es hacer de menos el trabajo de los jueces. Y no es un juez, sino creo que son como 9 o 10 jueces que van. ¿Ok? Así que aunque un juez fuera americano y gringo y otro, hay de distintos países estos jueces. Así que no podrías decir que es dominado por un país.
Y no hay ningún juez de Belice y no hay ningún juez de Guatemala.
Gracias. ¿Ok? Así que ningún país controla a esos jueces. Te los quiero decir muy en claro. Ellos son guiados por los mismos principios de las Naciones Unidas. Los mismos principios. Y recuerden de que si dentro de ellos, uno de ellos quiere ir contrario a lo que el resto dice, él va a tener que convencer a los demás de que él está bien. ¿Ok? Y en su convicción. Y los demás lo van a escuchar y lo van a tratar de convencer a él de que está mal. Así que, es un proceso bastante tardado. No crean que en un día vamos a ir y al otro día regresamos con la victoria. No, esto no es así. Es una gran cantidad de estudio que tiene que suceder y al final del día va a tomar siquiera 2, 3 años, igual que aquí, posiblemente hasta 4, para que cuando vayamos se presente. Guatemala va primero a Guatemala, luego va a Belice, luego el proceso como cualquier otra corte que te da una última oportunidad a y una última oportunidad y alguien ahí que escribe todo y al final del día los jueces se reúnen y discuten y no solo un juez va a dar el veredicto. Ahí tienen que ir los 9 jueces, un juez lo va a leer, pero los 9 tienen que estar de acuerdo. O siquiera la mayoría de acuerdo. ¿Ok? Pero esta presentación que les voy a leer es la presentación que fue hecha por el señor Edward Fitzgerald. ¿Ok? Y dice, y lo voy a tratar de traducir en español para el beneficio de nuestra gente hispana. Como dije, es cuando Belice tenía su presentación a la Organización de Estados Americanos y los facilitadores. Mr. Secretary General, distinguished facilitators, with respect, Guatemala is putting forward an extraordinary proposition when they suggest that a frontier which has stood for 142 years could be set aside, and that more than half of Belize, a free and independent nation recognized by the United Nations, could somehow be declared to belong to Guatemala. How preposterous. to accept that proposition would be to ignore the border treaty of 1859, to ignore the border treaty of 1931, and to violate the most fundamental principles of international law. So let me briefly state the position of Belize on the legal status of the treaties and of the territory to which Guatemala seeks to lay claim. Firstly, ladies and gentlemen, we rely on the 1859 treaty as a valid and binding declaration of the boundaries between Guatemala and British Honduras. We say that treaty was exactly what it said it was, a boundary treaty, not a treaty of cession, that it was freely entered into, and that Guatemala's purported denunciation of it in 1946, after more than 80 years, was both wholly unjustified and far too late. For those people who must be wondering what in the world it is a treaty of border and a treaty of cession, let me explain that to you. Guatemala thought, Guatemala's position at this moment says that England or the United Kingdom should compensate Guatemala for giving up, unquote, giving up its territory to Belize, to England. This is what they think. And that in turn, England was going to give them a cart road, a road linking Guatemala to the coast, either through sea or either through rivers or land. Some connection. That is the famous Article 7, okay, which is in the. And here it is, a copy of the Anglo-Guatemalan Treaty.
So it was a issue about access.
So Guatemala is saying, okay, yo voy a firmar este tratado, pero tú Inglaterra me tienes que dar algo. Okay? Cession. I cede this to you, and you give me something in return.
One for one.
One for one. I give you this, you give me that.
Fair exchange, no robbery.
Fair exchange. That's what Guatemala says. All right? That's what Guatemala says. Nothing in the Anglo-Guatemalan Treaty, and I have a copy of it here. Aquí está el tratado. Says that it is a treaty of cession. That it says that if any one of the articles is not fulfilled, that the agreement is null and void. That the treaty is null and void. And that the boundaries of the Belize will revert to what, of Guatemala will revert to what it was, absorbing Belize back again. Nothing like that says anything to the effect. This says very simply, it is a convention agreement between Great Britain and Guatemala relative to the boundary of British Honduras, signed in Guatemala April 30, 1859. Ratifications exceeded Guatemala September 12, 1859. And the preamble to the whole treaty says, whereas the boundary between Her Britannic Majesty's settlement and possessions in the Bay of Honduras and the territories of the Republic of Guatemala has not yet been ascertained and marked out, Her Majesty, listen to this carefully, Her Majesty, the Queen of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland and the Republic of Guatemala, being desirous with a view to improve and perpetuate the friendly relations which happily subsist between the two countries. God bless the British for those pretty little words. They have an ability to do this. To define the boundary aforesaid, have resolved to conclude a convention for that purpose, and have named as their plenipotentiaries, that is to say, Her Majesty, the Queen of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, have appointed Charles Lennox Wyke, Esquire, Her Britannic Majesty's Charge d'Affaires to the Republic of Guatemala, and His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Guatemala, Don Pedro de Aycinena, Counselor of State and Minister for Foreign Affairs. And these were the two people who signed the border treaty, who, after having communicated with each other, agreed that their respective full powers, found in good and due form, have agreed upon and concluded the following articles. 1. It is agreed between Her Majesty, Britannic Majesty, and the Republic of Guatemala that the boundary between the Republic and the British settlements and possession in the Bay of Honduras, as they existed previous to and on the first day of January in 1850, and have continued to exist up to the present time, was and is as follows. Beginning at the mouth of the River Sartún in the Bay of Honduras, and proceeding up the mid-channel thereof to Gracias a Dios Falls, then turning to the right, and continuing by a line drawn direct from Gracias a Dios Falls to Garbos Falls on the River Belize, and from Garbos Falls due north until it strikes the Mexican frontier. It is agreed and declared between the high contracting parties that all the territory to the north and east of the line of boundary above described belongs to Her Britannic Majesty, and that all of the territory to the south and west of the same belongs to the Republic of Guatemala. It's very, very clear. Ladies and gentlemen, how does the Treaty of Cession figure out into this treaty? None at all. I have just read out to you the preamble to the Constitution, and nothing says that in view of Guatemala signing over that England is going to recompense Guatemala for anything. Nothing like that is said in this treaty.
Yeah. Can I share this text if this is pertains to what you are reading there? Mm-hmm. This one says, the first recorded European settlement was established by shipwrecked English seamen 1638.
That's right. Peter Wallis.
Over the next 150 years, more English settlements were established. This period also was marked by piracy, indiscriminate logging, sporadic attacks by natives and neighboring Spanish settlements.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all good. That's all very, very good. Okay? That only begins to tell us who was here first.
Yep, yeah.
And who was here, period. Not only who was here first, who was here, period. Mm-hmm. Because it could easily be that you're giving me the story, that it could easily have been that you could giving me the story of a Spaniard coming to live in Belize and saying, esto es territorio español. You understand me? But that did not happen. It was a Scottishman, Peter Wallis, who came in 1638. So they say. But the logwood cutters came, and the mahogany cutters came, and they were the ones who settled the area. Not the Spanish. Spain no tiene nada que ver aquí en Belice. Ni un día colonizó, ni un día gobernó, ni un día... Nada. ¿Hay alguna prueba de esto? Nada. No hay ninguna catedral, no hay ninguna plaza, no hay nada. Ni su propia, no hay nada. Ninguna colonización, ningún pueblo, nada que indique que España tenía control sobre esta área. Así que, ¿cómo España va a pertenecerle esto a España? Y lo mejor aún, es que Guatemala dice de que él heredó lo de España cuando él consiguió la independencia. Pero ¿cómo va a heredar algo que ni siquiera le pertenecía a España en el primer lugar? ¿Qué caso en punto? Son los británicos y los escoceses y los piratas que vinieron aquí, no los españoles. Así que, ¿cómo puedes decir que España era dueña de aquí? Y mucho menos que Guatemala diga de que heredó lo que le pertenecía a España cuando ellos lograron su independencia en 1821. Tontería. Nunca le perteneció a España y mucho menos no le pertenece a Guatemala.
The person sent an next text. It says Great Britain first sent an official in the area in the late 17th century, but Belize was not formally termed the colony of British Honduras until 1840. It became a crown colony in 1862. Subsequently, several constitutions.
A crown colony in 1871, a colony in 1862.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says several constitutional changes were made to expand representative government. Full internal self-government under a ministerial system was granted in January 1964.
Okay. Yeah, but we're talking about that's all good information. Very good. I applaud you because this person is reading and is knowing. Okay? All right? Pero estamos hablando de la posición guatemalteca. And give me just a little while. So it says, firstly, we rely on the 1859 treaty as a valid and binding declaration of boundaries. The problem is, ladies and gentlemen, so anybody reading this will say, well, why do we have to go to the ICJ? It stands to reason to question that. Why should we go to the ICJ if we have a binding and legal, But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, there is the problem. If the two people who signed that agreement, giving us our borders, were united along with us in declaring that 1859 treaty is valid, that would be perfect. But one of those parties who signed the treaty, one of those parties, which is in particular Guatemala, is not in agreement. So therefore, that is why we have a legal problem. Because if I signed and then afterwards I said, I'm rescinding that, I don't believe that that treaty is effective anymore, it's null and it's void. Guatemala is saying that right now. Because, why? Let me continue with this story. After the British said that they're going to give Guatemala the road, or that they're going to conjointly work together, because let me read the Article 7. It says, this is good that we have this copy verbatim, with the object of practically carrying out the views set forth in the preamble of the present convention, for improving and perpetuating the friendly relations which at present so happily exist between the two high contracting parties, they mutually agree, conjointly, los dos, to use their best efforts, los dos, by taking adequate means for establishing the easiest communication, either by means of a cart road or employing the rivers, or both united, between the fittest place on the Atlantic coast near the center of Belize and the capital of Guatemala, whereby the commerce of England on the one hand and the material prosperity of the Republic on the other cannot fail to be sensibly increased, at the same time that the limit of the two countries below not clearly defined, all further encroachments by either party on the territory of the other will be eventually checked and prevented in the future. That is Article 7. But Article 7 no said not about 50 million pounds. Article 7 no said nothing about that. It says that both countries will use their best efforts conjointly to build a road. That's all. It turns out that in the following articles, it comes to tell you that there will be meetings afterwards to plan out that road. It turns out that the following year or so, England noticed, Great Britain noticed the impractical nature of building that road, how difficult it was going to be. And after consulting with Guatemala, said, we might as well not build a road. And Guatemala said, you're not going to get out of this one so easy, young man. You're not going to get out of this one so easy. Listen well. In 1862-63, they signed an agreement. It's called the London Convention, where England was going to give Guatemala 50 million pounds as compensation for the road that was never built. And it was going to be given $10 million a year, 10 million pounds on a yearly basis. Okay?
Yeah, but if that road was to be built, it was not like this road is for Guatemala, right? It was just for access. And they were not giving them these funding.
Million or 50,000 pounds, whatever it is.
They were not given these funding as a purchase of the road. They were giving them that funding because the agreement they didn't comply with the agreement.
Well, you see, the agreement doesn't say anything about having to pay Guatemala anything.
Yeah.
The actually 1859 treaty not said nothing about 50 million pounds.
And it doesn't say anything.
Nothing.
It doesn't say anything about any ownership
And
either.
he also says that both of them will be doing it together. But Guatemala was too preoccupied with, remember that in 1859 Guatemala had problems of its own. And then they themselves were not willing to follow up on the road as well. So the road issue just quickly died. And then England said, all right, I'm going to give you 10 million pounds on a yearly basis. Sign this, and I'll give you 50 million pounds. You know something? Guatemala never did sign the London Convention. Never did sign. And when they were willing to sign, so many months or so later, England said, sorry, I gave you 6 months to sign the thing. Right now, they're nearly 1 year, and you're not signed it yet, so I don't have to give you not one fat. Nothing. So, Guatemala se quedó con los brazos cruzados. Inglaterra dijo, pues yo no te tengo que dar nada a ti. Because it was not a treaty of cession. Not, at the end of the day, and if I would only have to, I'll keep that information apart. The treaty, what says in the treaty is what is binding. The treaty has nothing to say that if England does not comply with with the article, that then this is going to revert back to Spain or to England or to Guatemala. Nothing like that is said. It's a friendly treaty.
I think this is exactly what this person is saying in this text here. Saying money. The World Encyclopedia says when the 5CA country withdrawn from Spain, Belize was not included, and the so-called claim to this country was dropped in 1991.
That's when England and Guatemala accepted Belize's independence.
Yep.
And accepted its boundaries. But then that was only one president doing that.
Yeah.
So the border, once established in 1859, acquired a life of its own. In other words, no court, even if the court would declare the 1859 treaty as a treaty of cession, and declare it in null and void, that no means that our borders are lost. Much to the contrary. He says, we say the borders, once established in 1559, acquired a life of its own, independent of the treaty which gave it birth. So you could call it null and void all you want. But the borders between these two countries still remain the same. And that is international law. And Guatemala knows that. They know they have a losing case. And that border cannot be set aside without violating one of the most fundamental principles of international law, that the stability of frontiers is essential and should be respected. That is international law, ladies and gentlemen. So once you hear this, you go like, well, why should I be fearful in going to the ICJ? ¿Por qué tener miedo? Si no podemos perder. No podemos perder. Esta cosa está claro, este arroz ya se cocinó a ratos. Pero hay ciertos partidos, ciertas personas que están trabajando en el miedo de la gente. Y les están metiendo todo tipo de tontería en su cabeza porque a ellos no les conviene que vayamos a la ICJ, porque ellos quieren ser los que quieren resolver este caso. Ellos no quieren que el partido actual sean los que resuelven este caso. Son personas muy egoístas. Si fuera su campo de ellos, claro, muy bonito, nosotros somos los que ya hicimos todo esto, porque nosotros amamos nuestro país, pero que otro lo haga, es mala idea.
Yeah,
Tienes que entenderlo como es la verdad.
Next text message here, Pa. There were difficulties of a technical nature in carrying out an agreement for a road to Belize. In 1863, this class was substituted by an agreement to pay £50,000 to Guatemala.
£1,000, not million, 50,000, right.
Who would take charge of building the road themselves. Great Britain was ready to ratify the codicil by Guatemala. But Guatemala delayed ratification for a year longer. At this, the British government refused to ratify, stating that Guatemala has failed to ratify in the duly stipulated period. Hence, the status quo of 1859 remained in force 57.
That's exactly right. This is, like I said, they were promised 50,000 bucks, and I apologize for saying 50 million. It's 50,000. And Guatemala says in the London Convention, I am willing to give you this £10,000 a year. Guatemala signed it in. Guatemala never did sign it in due time. Never did.
So time run out.
So time run out. They never signed it. So England did not feel that they had to give them any money.
And they are in default.
And they are in default. You see, those are things people need to know. All right? But the only way you get to know it is if you read and become informed, or if other people read these things out to you. You know? Because these are the bare facts. Estos son los hechos. Yo al principio tenía un miedo y decía, Bernardo, ¿por qué diablos ir a la Corte Internacional? Es que cuando lo entiendas vas a cambiar tu mente, me decía mi hermano. Cuando lo entiendas vas a entender de que es la única forma para resolver esto.
Yep.
Hoy en día le doy gracias a Dios que tuve esa oportunidad, y gracias a Dios a los buenos libros y a los buenos compañeros que me ayudaron a entender esto, que Belice tiene un caso no fuerte, súper fuerte. Un caso cerrado, yendo a la Corte Internacional de Justicia. Y una vez por todas, vamos a confirmar nuestras fronteras y vamos a resolver esto una vez por todas.
Yeah, party time is 9 o'clock, 2 minutes after 9. We had some more text messages, but we will have to pass on those. But we'd like to thank the persons who sent these texts this morning and the persons who called earlier. We'd like to thank Delvia as well, and thanks to you all who are in tune. We invite you to be back with us tomorrow right here on the Sugar City Morning Show. The show repeats at 9 o'clock tonight, and my name is Robert Cheque Usher. So, Pa, it's time for us to go.
Ya es tiempo para que nos vayamos. Mi nombre es Immanuel, compañeros. Nada más recordándoles, este show repite a las 9. Pero estaremos de vuelta con ustedes mañana. Mañana, ¿quién tenemos?
We should have some folks from the Chetamal Consulate.
The Belize Consulate.
Yeah, we should have them tomorrow.
The Belize Consulate. Those originally slated for Thursday is now Wednesday, and I apologize, Cindy, but you will have to move up to 8 o'clock. Cindy, Yaya, and somebody else. I think, yeah, whatever. 3 people from the Maya Yucatec group that are celebrating Heroes Day. They'll have to move them up to 8 o'clock, but I'll advise them accordingly sometime during the course of this morning. So that's going to happen on tomorrow, Wednesday. So rather interesting show tomorrow, okay? Nos vemos, se cuidan mucho, nos vemos mañana. Hasta luego.
Sugar City Morning Show.